Hello, Year 7 and Year 8, and welcome back to the final lesson of the remote learning before you actually finish for summer, and you will be back to school in September, hopefully. So let's make a start. So the facts that you needed to know for this lesson were the pH scale shows acids and alkalis and neutral substances, the three main acids, an example of an alkali, and what happens when you mix an acid and alkali together. So these should be found in your fact book. So like always, we start with a starter of 4 questions, and they are: what is a unicellular organism made up of? Name 2 separation techniques. What is the role of the digestive system? And name an acid that you would use in a science lab. So I will give you 4 minutes to do that. If you can pause the video, and then we'll go through them. Okay, so let's go through those then. So unicellular organism is made up of 1 cell, 2 separation techniques, so you could choose from any of the following: evaporation, filtration, distillation, chromatography. If you've got fractional distillation in there, that's also another one. What is the role of the digestive system? It's to break down food. And name an acid that you could use in a science lab: hydrochloric, sulfuric and nitric. So the first one that I'd just like you to have a go at: if you've got those 3 different beakers in front of you, how could you test them to check if they are acids or alkalis? So don't worry if you're not using a book and you're using paper. Just write it down and see what you think or what you would do to check if they were acids or alkalis. Okay, let's have a look. So just to go back to that first of all, you would use something called a universal indicator, and that will tell you whether it's an acid or alkali, and it will tell you, and it will match up to something called on pH scale, which is what we'll look at now. So the strength of an acid or alkali is measured by the pH scale. So if you use a universal indicator and put them into those 3 different liquids, it would show up a different colour, and you'd be able to match it to say whether it's an acid, neutral or an alkali. Now if you look at the pH scale, it will also tell you the strength. So if it's a red kind of colour, that means it's a strong acid. If it's a yellow colour, it's a weak acid. If it's green, it's neutral. And if it's a weak alkali, it's blue. Strong alkalis are typically purple. They're also given a value. So you could say that if it turns red, it's a pH 1, meaning it's a strong acid. 8 would be a weak alkali, so you'd be able to tell from the number of the pH scale or the pH value. Common lab acids that we use in school are nitric acid, sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid. Now you will notice that on that hydrochloric acid it's got the word conc. Now that means it's concentrated. You do not use concentrated acid because that means it's a very strong type of acid and it can burn your skin and it can burn through wood, so we dilute it down to make it safer for you to use. So properties of acids and alkalis. Acids, they all taste sour. Their examples are lemon juice, hydrochloric acid, vinegar. Alkalis, they are typically found in soaps and other materials used for cleaning. So if you look here, they've got antacids. There's a bar of soap, there's Fairy Up liquid, there's toothpaste, bicarbonate soda. You'll find it in bleach, which is a strong type of alkali. And it is safe to touch them, and they do feel soapy, a lot of the types of alkalis that you'll find around your house. And they are known as weak alkalis. If you're using bleach, it doesn't typically turn soapy, but that is a strong alkali. So like here, it's got the toilet cleaner, bleach, ammonium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide. They are quite dangerous, but don't worry about using sodium hydroxide in the school lab. We dilute it down so it's not as dangerous for you to use. But it is still something that you need to be safe using, making sure that you've got goggles on, making sure that you've got hair tied back, you're standing away from the table, you're not sitting down, following those lab rules. So they are corrosive, so they can hurt you. So the reaction of alkalis and acids: when you react any alkali with an acid, you produce something called a salt and water. So a salt is just a mixture of the alkali and acid mixed together. So you'll learn more about this when you get into Year 9 chemistry, but for now you just need to be aware that the product that is made is called a salt, and you get water as a product as well. So that is it. That's all of your learning from science for Year 7 and Year 8. Hopefully you will have a nice summer, relax, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you soon.